Imagine waking up one day and realizing that you don't need anyone to feel happy, worthy, or complete. You've created something indestructible within yourself, not because you're cold-hearted, but because throughout our lives we have been chasing love, approval, and connection, only to feel empty when these things disappear. But what if the real power lies in not needing them at all? What if you could care deeply without depending on anyone? That's what Stoicism teaches us. Emotional freedom, mental strength, and inner peace. No matter who stays or leaves, you will remain steadfast. In this video, I will reveal 8 life-changing Stoic lessons that will make you untouchable in the best way. By the end, you will not only understand yourself better, but also understand what it truly means to live without emotional chains. Let's get started. 1. Approval is a cage. Break free from it. How many times have you changed who you are just to gain someone's approval? Whether it's a like, a compliment, or even a smile, we've all been there. Chasing validation like it's the key to our happiness. But here's the painful truth. Approval is a prison, and you're the one locking yourself inside. According to Stoicism, we are only in charge of our freedom. Everything else is out of our hands. Every time you seek someone else's validation, you give away a piece of your soul. Imagine being so sure of who you are that you are not influenced by what other people think. To feel worthy, stop waiting for approval from others. You are free to be who you are without apology when you stop pleading for acceptance. Break out of that cage because the person you're waiting to approve of you is already looking back at you in the mirror. 2. Emotions are waves. You are the ocean. Emotions hit like storms. Someone ignores your text, anger. Someone leaves you, grief. But Stoics teach you that you are not your emotions. You are the observer behind them. As Marcus Aurelius said, it is your thoughts, not outside circumstances, that are in charge. Emotions fluctuate like waves on the beach, but the ocean or your deeper self remains calm and steady. You don't have to react instantly. Pause, breathe, and question your assumptions. Emotions are messengers, not masters. The next time you feel hurt or anxious, try this. This emotion is visiting me, but I am not it. That shift gives you power. You become less reactive and more reflective. You stop living on emotional autopilot. You start driving your life with wisdom. 3. Let go of attachments, not people. There's a difference between love and attachment. Stoicism teaches, love people, but don't cling. Seneca said, expect everything to end, and you'll appreciate everything while it lasts. When we cling, we suffer. We turn people into needs instead of gifts. But the strongest kind of love is that which is based on freedom. When you are detached, you don't break down when things change. The feeling of attachment can make you fearful and anxious. But imagine a life where you love without being dependent on anyone. How does it feel to live freely and love maturely? Not only does it help you live better, but it also creates stronger, more resilient relationships. As we left off, we explored how Stoicism teaches us to let go of attachments and accept love as a choice rather than a need. Now let's dive deeper into how Stoic principles can help us remain unshaken amidst the changing tides of life. Life is always in motion. Relationships change, people come and go. But the key to your peace is understanding that you remain whole and complete regardless of the external changes. You don't need anyone to fill a void within you. Instead, you can appreciate their presence while it lasts, without depending on it to define your worth. This is true power. When love becomes a conscious decision rather than a need, it takes on a purer form, free from the fear of loss. You stop fearing abandonment because you realize that nothing outside of you determines who you are. 4. Control the inner, release the outer. Imagine a life where no insult, betrayal, or bad news could shake your sense of peace. It may sound like a fantasy, but with Stoicism, it becomes your reality. The philosophy teaches us to control what is within our power and to release what is beyond it. According to Stoicism, we cannot control other people's behavior or many external events, but what we can control is how we respond to them. That's where your true freedom lies. You're not a puppet to your circumstances. You are the commander of your inner world. The next time something or someone triggers your emotions, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it pass without attachment. If it is within your control, take action. This simple practice begins to rewire your stress response. It frees you from unnecessary suffering and stops the chaos outside from threatening your tranquility. You become centered, grounded, and unshakable. That's the power of inner control. 5. Voluntary discomfort builds inner armor. We all love comfort. It's a basic human desire. But Stoicism teaches us that comfort zones, though pleasant, make us fragile. The philosophy flips this idea. It suggests that by intentionally practicing discomfort, we strengthen ourselves and become resilient. The Stoic approach encourages you to expose yourself to small hardships willingly. Try skipping a meal. Wake up early. Go without your phone for hours. These aren't forms of punishment. They are training grounds. They teach you that you are capable even when things aren't easy. The person who chooses struggle does not panic when life presents its challenges. Discomfort reveals the true strength within you. And once you realize that you can thrive without the crutch of comfort, nothing external can control you. This is the essence of freedom, no longer fearing hardship. 6. What others think isn't about you. Think about it. Someone insults you, ignores your messages, or laughs at your dreams. It might sting, but remember this Stoic gem. Their opinion reflects them, not you. How others perceive you has little to do with who you truly are. It's a reflection of their own beliefs, insecurities, and experiences. By accepting this, you liberate yourself from the need for external validation. The key to unshakable confidence is realizing that what others think of you says more about them than it does about you. As you start applying these principles, you will notice how much lighter you feel. You begin to walk through life less burdened by the judgments and actions of others. But how do you maintain this sense of inner peace and freedom when the world seems so chaotic around you? Let's continue to explore Stoic practices that help us stay strong in the face of external challenges, building on what we discussed earlier, where we explored the importance of controlling your inner world and not allowing external circumstances to define your peace. Let's now dive into how Stoicism helps us deal with the judgments and behaviors of others. Stoicism teaches that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgment of those events. When you internalize someone else's behavior, you essentially give away your peace. Imagine this. Someone insults you or dismisses your efforts, and for a moment it feels like a punch to the gut. But a Stoic pauses and asks, why would I let their brokenness decide my worth? Most people act from their own fears, traumas, and projections. Rarely is their commentary about you a true reflection of your character. It's about their lens, their wounds, not yours. When you stop taking things personally, You stop bleeding over words that were never meant for you. You free yourself from the power others' words have over you. The world around you becomes quieter, not because people suddenly become kinder, but because you've grown stronger. You realize that what others say or do doesn't need to affect your inner peace. You start living for yourself, not in response to the actions of others. 7. Remember you will die. Now this might sound grim, but it is incredibly motivating. Stoicism finds power in remembering death. In ancient Rome, generals were whispered the phrase, "Remember you must die," during victory parades. Why? To remind them that all glory fades. But this isn't a depressing thought, it's liberating. It wakes you up to the fact that time is limited. You stop wasting it. You speak your truth without hesitation. You take risks, forgive quickly, complain less, and live more fully. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that one's actions and words could be shaped by the decision to live each day as if it might be their last. When you remember that life is finite, the trivial matters fall away. You start to realize what truly matters: your relationships, your experiences, and the depth at which you live. The pursuit of status, money, or followers begins to fade, and instead, you ask yourself, how deeply have I lived? Think about it. Imagine living each moment fully, without fear, and with a clear sense of purpose. That's the urgency that death brings. 8. Some love is selfish, and that's okay. Not every expression of love is pure. Some people love you, not because of who you are, but because of what you do for them. They might only come around when they need something. This is a selfish form of love. It doesn't mean they don't care about you, but their love is contingent on their needs being met. Sometimes we expect people to love us selflessly, but the truth is that many relationships are transactional. While this can be painful, it's a reality we must accept. Seneca reminds us that not all love is unconditional, and that's okay. Recognize selfish love for what it is. Don't invest too much of your energy into relationships where love is given only when it's beneficial for the other person. As we continue from our previous discussion about understanding emotional distance and the dynamics of relationships, let's explore a powerful truth that can change the way you approach love and connection. 9. The more you chase, the more they pull away. Have you ever found yourself chasing someone for their attention, only to have them pull away even more? This is the classic dynamic where the harder you try to hold on to something, the more it slips through your fingers. It's just like trying to catch water with your bare hands. The tighter you grasp, the more it slips away. It's the same in relationships. The more you pursue someone for affection or validation, the more they may retreat. Think about a butterfly. If you chase it, it flies away. But if you sit still, it might just land gently on your shoulder. This is the law of reverse effort. When we stop chasing, we make ourselves more valuable in the eyes of others. Instead of chasing love, focus on yourself. Stoicism teaches that self-control is the true power. When you stop seeking constant validation, you become someone who commands respect and admiration naturally. Those who are meant to be in your life will find their way to you. 10. The most powerful love is the one you give yourself. In the end, the most important form of love you can receive is the love you give to yourself. Love from others is wonderful, but it's never enough if you don't first value yourself. When you love yourself, you become immune to rejection and disappointment. You no longer chase after the approval of others because your sense of worth comes from within. This is the greatest power you can possess. The Stoics teach us that true strength comes from self-love and acceptance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you master the art of loving yourself, you'll find peace regardless of how others treat you. Remember, love is complex, but wisdom is simple. Choose peace, choose self-respect, and above all, choose yourself. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to the Stoic Resolve for more life-changing Stoic wisdom.